Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm DJ Drakto over at Misfit Gaming. What we've got for you today is a crew tutorial and breakdown. So this can be very confusing for those that are just coming into this game and have no idea what this is, but I'm going to do my best to tell you what to make of this. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the driver. Now, keen vision is basically the effective range that you can spot an enemy tank. Okay, we're doing tanks, not airplanes. So the driver, that's his ability to spot and identify an enemy tank. Field repair, that's pretty self-explanatory. Field repair directly affects the timer in which your driver can repair your tank. All right? And vitality is the this is the hardiness of your driver. Is he going to get killed by a 50 caliber bullet? Is he going to get killed by bumping into a tree? If so, that's probably because his vitality is low. If you have your vitality maxed out, it's going to be harder to make your driver, or it's going to be harder for your driver to get knocked unconscious and effectively out of combat. And tank driving especially is directly affecting the skill that your driver can tank. Okay, so if, like for instance, driver's brake rotation as well as choosing necessary speed and changing speed. So yeah, if he's a noob driver, you're not going to be changing gears as fast, you're not going to be braking as fast. Though if you got an experienced driver, he will be. Let me go over to my American crew and we'll pick him. There we go. All right, so there. All right, so now going over to the gunner. Now the gunner has keen vision as well. It's going to be the ability for the gunner to pick and identify targets while in your gun view sight. All right, your gun sight. Once you're in your gun sight, it's all on your gunner. Your gunner's going to decide what and mark your target. So if your gunner has a low keen vision, he's not going to be able to identify targets at a far distance. Versus if he had a high one, he'd be able to identify that. And field repair is also the same exact thing as the driver. Vitality is the same thing as the gunner. So from now on, we're not going to talk about field repair, keen vision, or vitality. Okay. Now, targeting. Targeting affects the speed and accuracy in which your gunner can line the sights up on target. Okay. So what it describes here is the skill of a gun targeting affects target speed and accuracy. An experienced gunner targets the gun both vertically and horizontally at once. An inexperienced does it in turns. At first he rotates the turret and then fixes the angle of fire. So essentially what that means is that once your turret is moving, an inexperienced gunner with low targeting will turn the turret first, then lower the gun. If the gun is high, it'll lower the gun to on target. While if you have a gunner with a high targeting speed or high targeting, he'll do it both at the same time. So by the time you come on your target, you're lined up, you're ready to shoot. Range finding, that is the precision of targeting, long range fire accuracy. Bingo. For instance, this tank is the 105 millimeter 105 howitzer Sherman. It's got a big boomer for a gun, and I have to practically aim off the map in order to hit my targets at long distance. If I had an effective range finding, a higher range finding, it probably wouldn't take that much because my gunner would be able to calculate and be able to probably cut down that me trying to find and judge where my shell's going to go. So range finding affects directly your sniper shots. Are they going to hit? Are they going to do? Well, what are they going to do? That's what range finding does. Moving on to your tank commander. The tank commander has keen vision, field repair, and vitality, obviously. And his biggest thing is leadership. Leadership affects the skills of all crew members. Okay, so I've maxed out this. That basically means my crew is going to be getting a bonus to their skills. So my gunner is going to get a bonus to his range finding. My driver is going to get a bonus to his driving. My tank loader is going to get a bonus to its loading. My radio operator is going to get a bonus to his radio communication skill. Leadership. It's important that you put it in there at least. Okay. Machine gunnery. Now, the coaxial machine gun, what tank? Oh, Paula, excuse me. Well, none of my tanks that I have equipped have coaxial machine guns. Coaxial, whatever. So, the machine gunnery, some tanks have a machine gun on the side of their gun, of the main gun. It's called a coaxial. I don't know what it's called. Coaxial. It's a gun that's next in the turret next to the gun. So you're able to fire that machine gun at, say, AA. You're able to fire at AA and penetrate AA because AA has crap for armor. But that's what that skill directly goes into. I haven't put anything into it because most of the American tanks don't have machine guns on the side. Some of them in the higher tiers do, I'm understanding, but yeah, there you go. Alright, tank loading. Tank loader. Obviously, keen, vision, field repair, vitality is stock for everybody else. And weapon reloading. What is weapon reloading? Weapon reloading is the shell reload rate. Okay. My M4 105 has a massive reload because it's a 105 millimeter shell, so it's going to take a while for it to get into the barrel because it's heavy, right? Yeah, obviously. Well, this skill cuts that down. Basically, I'm, putting a whip to the loader and saying, whoosh, move, whoosh, get it loaded, whoosh. Not really. I'm not really doing that in my tank, but I'm just saying that's what that does. It effectively reduces the reloading time of your tanks. That goes for all tanks. This, just so everybody knows, your crew doesn't move from tank to tank. Okay? This crew is for this slot. So any vehicle you put in here, any tank you put into this slot will get these bonuses. So if I was moving my M4A1 over to this slot and move my M4A3 over to this slot, my M4A1 would get the skills of this crew. Crews do not change slots. That's something to remember. Okay. Radio operator. Now, radio operator has a lot. Okay. Bow machine gun. I really haven't gotten that yet. I don't know what the bow machine gun is. I know the bow. I'm going to assume the bow machine gun's like in the front of the Sherman, that little ball with the machine gun pointing out of it. But those don't fire yet, so I don't know if they've implemented those. I don't know if they're going to, but I wouldn't put points into it. But radio communication, there you go. And basically, if you're all right, if you spot a tank, your radio communication will light that tank up for everybody else as well. That's what the radio communication does. If they spot a tank, you'll receive it based upon their radio communication skill. If you spot a tank, they'll receive it based upon your radio communication skill. So that's what radio communication does. If you spot a tank, it's going to outline them in red, and in arcade anyways, it's going to outline them in red for everybody else to see, so everybody else can put effective fire on it. If your radio communication skill is high enough to take that data and throw it back at, the people. Hey, there's a tank over here, need fire. Anybody want to fire on this guy? And they'll be like, yeah, bro, I'll fire at it. Yeah, that's what radio communication skill is. All right, now we're going on to qualifications. Now, qualifications, I'll demonstrate. I will pay $77,000 to upgrade to expert. And we'll go back. And as we can see, now we have a plus 30 to some of my skills. So, what does that mean? This is essentially capped now. Well, wait. Okay. This is capped now. This is capped now. 30 to 30, that's 60. I've got 10 bonus to that now. So, I'm at 60 plus on radio communication. Okay, that's what that is. Qualification bonus. I get a bonus to that. My gunner gets a bonus. Now he's at holy crap. He's at 80 with weapon reloading. He should be reloading really fast. My tank commander gets a bonus. He's at 80 leadership. That's going to give me a bigger bonus towards the rest of my crew. My gunner's targeting is maxed out. My range finding is at 10. I need 10 more and I'll be maxed out essentially. My driver has got 80 bonus to tank driving. And everybody gets a bonus to field repair. So my field repairs are going to be quite low. So qualifications, are they worth it? Absolutely. They're always worth getting the qualifications. Okay, qualifications increase the skill of your whole crew. That's good. That's great. You need it. Get it in there. All right. So something to remember about that. Right? Right? Really simple. So there you go. The crew breakdown of War Thunder tanks. Next is air. I will be going over air ammunition and air crew in the next upcoming videos. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. This is DJ Drakto, signing out.